I think we've all been there, right? That time when silence felt safer than speaking up, when it seemed so much easier to just shrink yourself down than to actually ask for more. There was this strange season when you measured love in crumbs, and still somehow you felt like you were feasting, not because it was enough, but because it was all you had ever known. It's truly strange how the heart learns to adapt, isn't it? We learn to call chaos passion. We call emotional distance space. And we justify every single little wound by telling ourselves, maybe I'm just being too sensitive. Maybe it's just better if I stay quiet. But eventually, something shifts. It doesn't happen in a loud, dramatic explosion. It happens in the stillness. One day, you realize the compliments just don't hit the same anymore. The apologies start to feel recycled. The waiting around starts to feel a lot like forgetting. And those same old excuses, they sound more like background noise than they do comfort. There's never one single moment where everything becomes perfectly clear. Instead, there's a series of small awakenings. A conversation that leaves your soul feeling strangely empty. A birthday remembered too late. A night spent in the same bed, but feeling 1,000 miles apart. And suddenly, quietly, your heart whispers, this isn't love, not the kind that heals, not the kind that holds you with real care, not the kind that grows with you, but actually works against you. So the quiet decision begins, to stop reaching for half love, to stop bending over backward just to be chosen, to stop settling for being tolerated when your heart was truly meant to be celebrated. It's not easy, I know, because outgrowing what was once so familiar can feel exactly like betrayal, even when that familiarity was built entirely on pain, even when that version of love was rooted in survival, not truth. But growth doesn't always look like having more. Sometimes it looks like walking away from what once felt like home, because that home never saw the full story of who you were, only the edited version, the smiling, pleasing, self-erasing version. There is so much courage in the decision to leave. There is power in the choice to say, I won't dim my light anymore just to fit inside someone else's comfort. And there is unbelievable beauty in becoming the version of yourself that was once buried beneath fear, guilt, and smallness. This isn't about blaming the past. It's about honoring the self that once survived it, and then gently, gracefully, letting that old surviving version go. To those still sitting with this ache, still wondering if it's selfish to want more, still carrying shame for changing, still afraid of outgrowing the people you once prayed for. This message is for that tender part of you, the part that always knew there was something more, the part that never stopped hoping for peace, the part that's now ready to bloom, even if it's in unfamiliar soil. It is the most loving rebellion, the kind that finally reclaims your voice, your space, and your softness. This is Saeng Aura. May this light reach those still living small, just to be loved. May it find the hearts that are done apologizing for evolving. And may it remind the ones listening, outgrowing is not losing. It's finally remembering who you were always meant to be.